Today, my good friend Captain Tom and I are each going to try to move 100,000 pounds of weight in this gym, but there are some ground rules. Let me explain them. Number one, this is a powerlifting competition, so there's only 3 movements allowed: bench press, back squat, and deadlift. Number two, you can change the weight around for each lift, but you only get 1 bar, 1 bench, 1 rack. And number 3, it has to be done in under an hour or you time out. I have a feeling if anyone can do this, it's Captain Tom, but I am going to give him a run for his money. All right, let's do this. We got an hour on the clock. Ready, coach? Keep us honest, okay? All right, and we're off. Now, strategy is going to be everything if there's any chance that either of us are gonna get to 100,000 pounds today. This is so challenging because we're only allowed to use these 3 movements. Now, we're gonna get into our individual strategies here in a minute, but look at right now, we are racking up pounds like crazy. There's no way we don't hit 100,000 pounds here. Now, let's hear from each competitor to find out what their unique strategy is.
I've decided to break this down into rounds with rest. So every 2 minutes, I'm gonna complete 5 back squats, 12 deadlifts, and 9 bench press. Each round will be worth about 4,300 pounds until we get to the last 2, which I've scraped off a couple of reps for each one. Once I've completed a round, just gonna put a mark through my little line there. And again, this is where Nick will be about halfway through.
Got him!
Tom, of course, needs to schedule rest. I don't. My strategy is just to keep moving. I will never stop moving until I either time out or lift 100,000 pounds. Now, in running, we have this term called stealing time. When the gun goes off and you have the adrenaline coursing through your veins and you get off that line fast, you're stealing time. Similarly, when that clock starts, I'm gonna start deadlifting. You know it's my favorite lift. I have 200 pounds on the bar. Every time I move that bar, I need to get 1,000 pounds. So 5 times 200 means I get 1,000 pounds and I get to remove 1 dot. If I remove all 100 dots, that's 100,000 pounds. Now, deadlifting 200 pounds is pretty easy for me, but back squatting and bench pressing 200 pounds is gonna be tough. So once I've fatigued my deadlift, I'll strip off 100 and I'm gonna make this 100-pound bar move as fast as I can till hopefully I finish. Now, there's a famous quote I love so much. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. If I get punched in the face, I'll strip it all the way down to 50 pounds. Again, never stop moving.
New plan, punch Nick in the face.
All right, back to the action. And my strategy to steal weight is working really, really well. You know, 200-pound deadlift is light for me. I can move it 5 times, boom, that's 1,000 pounds. And I'm really only taking a few seconds to catch my breath between each set. On the other side, you have Captain Tom and his EMOM strategy, every minute on a minute, or in this case, every 2 minutes on the 2 minutes. He makes this look so light. Tom truly is one of the strongest human beings I know, and I really am impressed with his strategy. Boom. 10,000 in 3 minutes and 56 seconds. My mile personal best. I can come back to this, but I need to give my back a rest or I'm gonna stall out. Quick transitions. All right, I just stripped 100 pounds, bars at 100. I'll now need 10 reps to be able to erase a dot. All right, now I know my strategy was to never ever stop moving, but you can see already I do have to let my back rest. I have to catch a breath. I think I'm gonna need to either lighten the bar or schedule in mandatory rest stops. Well, that's getting tough. Head of pace. This is the challenge with my strategy, as I gotta clean it, push, press, back squat. That's a wasted movement, but biceps are tired, back's tired. This is what I have to do right now. Looking over at Tom, and his EMOMs just keep going like clockwork. I can't see how many in, but he's gotta be a few sets in, making it look easy. All right, now I've decided to cycle a few different exercises, so I'm going from bench press to back squat, and you'll see me move my arms out here. My arms are numb from bench press, and I'm trying to get some blood into them. It's really hard to cycle back and forth between bench and squat without resting. All right, not even 10 minutes in, and Tom has over 25,000 pounds accrued. This man is unstoppable, and he's well ahead of pace to be able to get 100,000 pounds within an hour. Ask him what he's listening to. Guarantee it's Taylor Swift, 100%. Those heavy squats on the front end might have been a bad idea. All right, 20,000 pounds in, 11 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm still on pace, but it's getting harder and harder. I gotta use the legs. My backs and arms are gone now. It's that halfway I can't see real good. All right, barely a quarter of the way done, and we're already starting to struggle. You may be wondering, why are they doing this? Well, Tom and I, we're kind of masochistic. We love to work out, and the harder it is, the more challenging it is, the more we love it. Now, this channel is all about one thing, fun with fitness, but have you ever heard of something called Type 2 fun? Type 2 fun is where you are miserable in the moment, but you look back and say, dang it, that was fun. Climbing mountains, running marathons, trying to lift 100,000 pounds, all my favorite Type 2 fun. Keep him honest, Dolphin, don't let him cheat. All right, I'm a quarter of the way there in under 20 minutes, actually just over 15 minutes. So I guess I'm still on pace, but I gotta keep that pace up, and I don't know if I can. Stealing time by going with the heavy deadlifts, it took a toll on my back. And now I don't think I can deadlift again. I gotta stay on bench for a while. I'm not quite on pace. I have to start pushing that accelerator now to get back on pace. The nice thing about bench is you have to move the weight the least amount. Like I don't have to move it as tall as a deadlift or as much as a back squat. So I'll stay here as long as I can. Plus the rest is nice. I know I said keep moving, but I don't think that's possible. All right. I've been punched in the face. 50-pound bar. Move 20 times. You know, if I'm thinking of this as a marathon, light and fast is the way to go, right? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, and I have been punched right square in the face. All I can do now is move this bar, which I put 2.5 pounds on each side. It's a 50-pound bar, you guys. I have to move it 20 times before I can remove one of those dots on my whiteboard. But if we're thinking of this in running terms, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Light and fast, light and fast. And as I move this bar, I'm wishing I'd started with this strategy from the very first minute. I can move this bar all day long, you guys. Is it gonna be enough to catch up to Tom? Is he tapping out? Is he tapping out? And it appears Captain Tom has given up. Just kidding, this man can never quit. But he is gonna have to alter his strategy. He said his new strategy is just to grab a whiteboard and lift as much as he can. I don't know, we'll see if it works out for him. There I am in the background cranking those 50-pound bench press. I said I'm just doing bench because everything else is given out. $32,000 pounds so far. With just about halfway to go, we have both had to alter our strategies significantly. Now, Tom is lifting heavier weight than I am, but I am moving my lightweight bar so fast, there is absolutely still a chance that we pull this one off. 38,000 pounds. So just over 30 minutes and I'm at 38,000 pounds. So I'm off pace, but I feel like my bench press strategy, I'm just flying 3,000 pounds and I still feel like I've got a lot of chest and arms left. So I think I may be able to get back on pace. How far off are you? He's delusional. He's lost track of where he's at. Justin, you dodged a bullet on this one, my man. I look at Tom, Tom looks at me. We may not be able to get to 100,000 pounds, but Tom and I are so competitive. If nothing else, we want to beat each other and set this bar super high in case anyone else is crazy enough to attempt this challenge. Tom has switched to heavy single deadlifts. Every single time he lifts that, he racks up more weight. But I know his back is hurting because in between sets, he's having to roll it out. So after about 20 minutes of just bench pressing, my arms are starting to run out. However, my back is recovered. It's back in the game, no pun intended. And I'm able to actually cycle different exercises. Bench to back squat to deadlift to back squat to bench. My goal now, go back to my original strategy, just keep moving. "42 minutes, I'm halfway, so I'm behind pace, but my back's back in the game all of a sudden. If I stay at 50 pounds and just keep moving, I may still be able to get this done." And with Tom's new strategy, he's actually gotten back on pace. He may still be able to pull this one out. However, he's gotten lost in the workout. Every time we ask where he is, he says, "I don't know." He's keeping track of the reps that he does, but not how much total weight he's accumulated. It's gotta be hard for him not knowing where he's at in this workout. Why? Say it, Ryan.
This is a terrible idea for a video, Nick.
This was a horrible idea for a video. All right, with just 10 minutes to go, we're gonna drop the progress bars, let these competitors kick for the finish line. Are they able to get this done? 100,000 pounds powerlifting in under an hour. Captain Tom moving more weight slowly as he kicks for the finish line, and the Bison all out kicking with just a 50-pound bar. Can either of them get it done? We're about to find out. When I was running professionally, I was always known for my ability to kick. Something about seeing that finish line and leaving everything I had on the track, no matter what happens, win, lose, or draw. Be the kind of athlete that leaves it all out there and you can sleep well knowing you tried. Oh man, ow. This is how much I was able to powerlift in an hour. Let's see if it was enough to beat Captain Tom. No, are you serious? Yeah. Oh my God, you were so close. Congrats. What would you have done differently?
Punched you in the face.
I did get punched in the face. All right, even though we weren't able to powerlift 100,000 pounds in under 1 hour, I know someone out there can do that. I said this before, do not try this at home. But if you do and you're successful, send me video proof. I want to feature you on this channel. Shout out Captain Tom, shout out Treeline CrossFit. See you guys next week.